Hello everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and welcome to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Trials and Tribulations, The Stolen Turnabout Part 7. Oh, we're about to hear what Luke is about to say. So, what I witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to the things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that is only natural. I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening. Well, Sir Old-Timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch enemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Cross-examination, what I witnessed. So, that would be 1 o'clock on the morning of the 12th, correct? That was impressive deduction, Sir Lawyer. You were on security duty that night. Where exactly were you at the time? A penetrating question! I was in the basement warehouse, near the computer. Near the computer, huh? So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it? Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief. Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that you never spotted the thief at the crime scenes before. Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief. Water! Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. In any case, that's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice a thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadows while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly crime managed to sneak up on me. It can only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Dunce. I love that so much. Waters. Just as I begun to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately, I have my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as far as this photo's authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Cajole, do you have a problem with the photo? Good. Let's continue with the testimony. attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work. Well, that's certainly some very impressive detective work. Huh. Well, so, lawyer, had you ever been suddenly struck on the head? Well, that actually happened to him on the Justice Brawl case. I forgot the name of it. I will add that in post, but I will, God, I forgot the name. But it will be mentioned post-production. But anyway. Huh? Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher. And what happened? I was knocked out. And you lost your memory, too. You see? You had no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I had more brains to begin with. Arrogant asshole. You may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seemed to be severed. In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then... About this 30 minutes. My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium. As usual, I have no idea what this guy is saying. I think it's saying he was out cold. So, what happened during those 30 minutes? No one can say, Your Honor. A span of time has truly vanished into the ether. Just what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atme. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. That can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Oh, God damn it. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell such an obvious lie? Something's not right. I need to get the brooch. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? Aha! It belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. What? What did you say? Glued on well enough? Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with a thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have fought with a thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? What this? Your false testimony is a serious crime. No. Wait just a moment. Sir Old-Timer. Don't talk to me like some... Oh, excuse me. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I've been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is the amount of work he did. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work that he does. And that's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Well, this so you don't say that you and the thief fought. Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. Look at me, agree completely. Witness testimony. Fight with the thief. Indeed, it is true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However,
Look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, but they were not enough. His first blow struck true. Bam! And that's all she wrote. So, in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mask? Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak. Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case.
That can't be good. Examination, fight with a thief. I will be right back. I have to go grab a snack because I get hungry, so I get paused the recording right now. Hello, I am back. I just finished eating a snack. Let's go across the relation. Let's go fight with the thief. So, why did you look away from the door anyway? In addition to the camera, I have prepared a variety of other sensors as well. Excuse me. The alarm at one of those gone off, so I had to check the data. That's why I went to the computer. Elegantly, of course. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working... excuse me. So you were momentarily vulnerable when you were working on the computer? What should I do? Should I ask some more questions? Let's ask about the sensor. What kind of sensors are you talking about? There are other places in the basement that someone could enter and exit from. There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, sewer. Can I read? There are air conditioner ducts, sewer pipes, and a cat door as well. I hooked up heat-detecting infrared and ultraviolet sensors to each of them. That's a lot of hardware. Was it all yours? Lordly Taylor department store was kind enough to provide the monitoring hardware. Naturally, a security camera that took the photo belongs to them as well. In other words, you couldn't have break the equipment, huh? Has that cleared up any doubts you have about me, sir lawyer? Let's see. What does that mean, discombobulated?
Some people these days, they really irritate me. They're not perfectly good on words to die until everyone forgets what they mean.
Sorry, but what exactly does it mean anyway?
I've forgotten. What was I saying?
Jeez, it's better than old people who forget what they were saying 5 seconds ago. Well, it looks like we've cleared that up. You can go on with your testimony. What do you mean by weapon from the side?
Naturally, the thief had no idea that I, look at me, was hiding in the area. He grabbed the sword from the statue that was standing by the door to the warehouse.
Sword? You mean the sword that was all twisted like a tree branch?
Correct. Fortunately for me, the blade was not sharp.
Okay, so he is talking about the Shito. I cannot pronounce the sword's name correctly.
So the thief armed himself with a sword. And what about yourself, witness?
You have that much faith in your own fighting abilities?
But of course. In college, I was the second in charge of the boxing club. I'm sorry if I failed to find that appropriately impressive. However, my opponent in the ring this time was my arch nemesis, Masty Mask.
This guy is a real piece of work. Can you tell us a little more about what happened?
My opponent was both powerful and vicious. You might say he was powericious.
Powericious?
I assumed he had me fighting stance, and then sudden flash of light blinded me. That, of course, was checkmate. My opponent has bested me. What do I do now? Should I ask more about this? At-me fighting style? What is this at-me fighting style? That's what I'm curious about, too. I'm sorry, but that's a trade secret. I really can't say anymore. But I suppose I can tell you if I absolutely must. The main thing is to put your back to the wall. That way no one can get behind you. That's it? That's the at-me fighting style?
Well, Mr. Wright, what about that testimony?
Well, it was very important. Of course it's important. We learned a detective's secret technique after all.
Yes, indeed. I remember to use it if I ever take a walk alone at night.
Why the heck is he eyeballing me like that? It's creeping me out.
Now that witness. Well, go ahead and add that secret information to your official testimony.
I put my back to the wall to fight, but a deep blow landed upon my third eye. Third eye? Where's this third eye you're talking about? Oh, it's right between my right and left eyebrows. It's quite invisible to the unenlightened. You may call it the forehead if you like. Why didn't you just say that in the first place? So, lawyer, it looks like the creases in your own forehead are getting deeper. So Mr. Amy got hit in the forehead then? That's what he says. I got a funny feeling about that. Actually, so do I. Well, what do you think, Nick? Well, there's one thing I'm absolutely sure of now. Yeah? What is it? This look at me guy, he's definitely hiding something. But why? I think I'm starting to figure out what really happened that night. And about the true nature of this detective. Let's see. The sword. Detective Amy, your testimony is crumbling like a house of cards. What fun is this, sir lawyer? It's truly a pleasure to cross swords with you. And now, once again, you have thrown down the gauntlet at my armored feet. I believe this is what you said yesterday. No, the coward must have wormed his way through somewhere besides the door. Then my arch nemesis struck me on the head from behind with this gruesome item here.
From behind, huh?
But just now you testified that he struck you on the forehead. I hardly think you can forget where you were hit on the head.
But it seems I made another mistake.
Detective Amy, that's not the only strange part of your testimony.
What do you mean by that?
For example, the very fact that you hid the calling card from the police itself is strange. It's almost as if you were afraid they were going to help with security.
Geniuses such as myself has always been misunderstood. How sad.
That's wrong.
Objection.
Okay. So, to err is human, to forgive divine. Humans aren't machines. They have souls, feelings. They live, they die, they love, they hate. And yes, they even make mistakes. Hey, hold on. It's not as pretty as that.
Really? What is it like then?
Always chase a riddle down to the end. That's one of my rules. This is it. This might just be my chance to turn things around.
Mr. Wright, what exactly is it that you're asserting?
Very well, Your Honor. The defense asserts that
Mr. Amy is Master Mask.
the answer is simple. It's all clear to me now. Detective Luke Abney's true identity is actually Master Mask.
Yeah!
Oh, this is good.
Order court, Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
There are too many unnatural parts to Mr. Abney's story. He says he was hiding in the crime scenes, which is why no one ever saw him there. And then, in his last case, he managed to outperform Detective Gumshoe and the entire police force to miraculously retrieve the stolen treasure.
That's because I analyzed the crime scene data and made an exquisitely elegant deduction. I picked up clues that the police overlooked in order to arrive at a...
Oh, please. The explanation is far simpler than that, Detective at me. The truth is that you are, in fact, Master Mask.
But Mr. Wright, this photo, it clearly shows Master Mask. This security camera belongs to the Lonely Taylor department store. He should have been able to manipulate it.
He didn't need to manipulate it. He gained access to the warehouse under the pretense of providing security. They simply dressed up as a thief and stole the urn.
So, the ace detective is actually an ace thief. Is this true witness?
The Master Mo is pure genius, and so am I. Look at me, ace detective. You're very clever to have come to such a conclusion. I'm impressed, sir lawyer.
What? Witness, you admitted it?
Nick, now's your chance.
Yes, time to put the last nail in this guy's coffin. Detective at me, when you assumed the thief's identity...
What?
Oh, God, the coffee! Godot blend number 102. My personal favorite.
But Mr. Godot!
The ace detective is actually an ace thief. I smell a best-selling novel. There's only one problem. It simply isn't true.
But for Mr. Godot, this Wright has made some very strong points tonight.
I will admit my opponent has woven a compelling narrative out of whole cloth. But it is, in fact, nothing more than a patchwork quilt. Mr. Wright. If this detective really is a thief, then show us the proof of your claim. But it had better be as hot. And as perfect as a coffee dripping down your face.
Well, Mr. Wright, don't just stand there. This court would like to see this decisive proof you have, quickly.
Huh? Oh, yes, of course. What's the big rush?
Are you alright, Nick?
Emmy looks pretty rattled right now. I'd like to finish this right now if I can, but can I really do it? A decisive evidence that proves Mr. Look at Me is in fact Master Mask has yet to be found. Proof? Of course I got nothing. Ha! Just what I thought. A man has to hold his head up high no matter how bad things get, after all.
I see. I thought perhaps you had some evidence to back up your assertion.
This is no good. I got to stay on the attack. I'll never get another chance to prove that this guy is a thief.
Don't give up, Nick. Think harder and try again.
It's no good. I'm just not ready yet.
But are you going to just give up and let us lose this?
So, you come to your senses, have you, sir lawyer? I can't think of a counterattack at all.
It seems the cloud of suspicion surrounding this witness has lifted. Mr. Godot, do you have anything further to add then?
Oh.
What? Oh. Who are you?
That doesn't really matter right now, does it? Mr. Light, what are you doing here? Nicky boy, the thing you've been looking for, I think I found it.
You mean that bag?
No, not the bag. What's in the bag? Well...
That's...
the sacred urn! Nick, it's the urn!
Oh my God!
Order! You, madam! That urn, where'd you find it?
You'll never believe it. It was in the office of Mr. Fancy Pants Ace Detective. Look at me. Oh, Jesse, you're the best. Oh. Found in the office of Look at Me. Has pink splotches all over it. Well, how do you explain that one, Mr. At Me? Even you are going to have a hard time weaseling out of this one.
Objection!
Huh. Pathetic.
Mr. Godot, do you have something you wish to say?
Yes, Your Honor. It simply amazes me how quickly times changed. In the old days, a man was to be taken at his word. It's truly sad.
You're still denying that Mr. Abbey was involved?
Before casting aspersions a detective at me, consider the young lady here. Your name is Desiree Delight. Is that correct? Yes, what about it? Huh, how charming. The lengths that a woman is willing to go to save her husband is truly inspiring. What are you insinuating? As the wife of the criminal, you could have discovered that stolen urn anywhere, including the office of the good detective here. So you found the urn. What does that prove? It certainly doesn't prove where the urn was before you found it. What? I just brought it here from the detective's office. Please, madam. This town is already filled to the brim with lies. Any more could only compound the tragedy we've been witness to. You're wrong. I would never do such a thing. Miss Delight. Please, Nicky boy, you've got to help me talk some sense into these people. There must be some way. I got to prove that urn was actually in the Abbey Detective Agency. Show fingerprints. I can prove where the urn was by the fingerprints on it.
Ooh. Fingerprints, eh?
Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer. Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I'm always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So, unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything.
What about Miss Wright? The witness's fingerprints will be nothing anyway.
Nick, what are you going to do now? I've come too far to turn back now. Abby must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone left. And then, I'm sure... excuse me. And there, I'm sure someone must have left those fingerprints on it. The defense proposed that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Phoenix. So what does all this fuss about fingerprints anyway? Mr. Atme, do you recall the events of yesterday?
Hey, Nick, come on, open it up.
Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property.
Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is an important investigation. Well, what's in there?
Hang on a sec. I'm taking it out now. Whatever it is, it feels kind of hard. Smooth. Well, hello there. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the bag at the time. But I did touch what was inside.
What? You touched it?
And I remembered it very well. It was smooth and hard.
That was just...
Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Abney's office. Ooh, my God. Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it? Of course it does.
What did you say?
It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Abbey Detective Agency. Ha! Let's blend. Godot blend number 107. I've decided it's a little too bitter after all.
Order! I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn in.
Wait a moment, Your Honor.
There's no need for that.
No need, you say?
Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints on that urn.
What are you saying?
Yes, I've finally broken him down. Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, a tragic clown. This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake. You see, it was me all along. I'm the one and only Masty Mask. I hope you all enjoyed my little performance.
Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Abby's condition?
He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be.
Well, looks like the matter's been settled. They came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief.
You were right after all.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief.
The court finds the defendant Mr. Ron Delight.
Hold it! Oh, no. You're Ron! Ron, I tell you! I mean, not exactly Ron so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say. Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening. A thief, the sneaky, odious thief, has been stealing all the treasures. It's me! I'm him! I'm the one you want! I'm the thief, I tell you! So do it! Pronounce me guilty, please!
I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but...
The true identity of the thief has already been proven. Please hurry and patch judgment. What are you talking about? I already confessed. I'm a thief, I tell you.
Mr. Godot, don't you stand there drinking coffee?
Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief.
Yes, sir?
If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean. If you are Master Mask, then prove it. That's what it means. Yes, sir. I'll be happy to.
He says he'll be happy to, Nick.
It's kind of cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man. I know that. I won't fail, I swear. Okay, then. Talk. We're all listening.
Oh, well, let's all have a listen to this confession.
Witness testimony. Master Mask's identity.
The truth is, I've been Master Mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually Master Mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo, that's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and got torn off, that's all. I don't like the direction this trial is taken.
But this is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway. Huh. You're doing great. Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me. Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through with this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true Master Mask.
Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best. Alright, Miss Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination.
Cross-examination. You may think you're the real Master Mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional. I haven't told Desi yet about my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I got my reasons. With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it?
Even kids have complicated family situations, I suppose.
What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked again. Let's leave it. There's no point in digging through any more of their dirty laundry. Well, why don't you continue with testimony for now?
I mean, you can't prove I'm not actually Master Mask, can you?
Yes, I can. That is the key card right here. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct?
Ah! Yes, it does. I have lost it somewhere. Mr. Wright, will you find a wallet? You should report to the police right away.
Ah, no, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence.
Evidence?
Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you lost your wallet? Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner. This wallet was found approximately 1 o'clock a.m. at KB Security Headquarters.
What? Surely you're not serious.
Yes, I am serious. This proves that Mr. Delight was, in fact, at KB Security that night.
No!
So the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, and that proves that he had a watertight alibi.
No!
Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car. According to Larry, anyway.
Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? Stop drinking that coffee.
Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him what he's want. You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot.
All right, I'll try. I'll do it. I will.
He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid on the first day of school.
Look, it's just ridiculous. Why would I drop my wallet at KB Security? Someone must have planted it there to make it look like I was there, not the heist.
Planted it there? He's really reaching now. Mr. Delight, you probably dropped your wallet when you took it out to use this, didn't you? The key card to KB Security CEO office.
No!
Ha, that was a pretty good try, Mr. Trite. Unfortunately, you've overlooked one small thing.
What?
Motive, of course. Why would this thief go to KB Security middle of the night anyway?
Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all.
The stupid kid.
Now then, let's see your evidence. The evidence that shows why Mr. Delight went to KB Security at 1 a.m. that night.
Well, blackmail letter. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct?
That's... What is it?
A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents.
But blackmail?
Yes. Basically, it says, bring $50,000.
That certainly sounds like blackmail, all right.
At the time of the theft, Mr. Delight was dealing with the blackmailer himself. And KB Security CEO office a full half hour away from the scene of the crime.
No! Order! So, when the theft of the earth occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense.
Objection!
You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... Well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more. What are you trying to say? You say that the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company? But, did you actually investigate the CEO at all? Huh? Well, no, I guess not. Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof? I'm not sure what I think of that. Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least 1 witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright.
Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy. No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There's someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify the key card was used by 1 a.m. that night. Well, It is Larry, of course.
Who is this useless-looking young man?
You don't remember him? You don't remember him, Your Honor?
Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat.
It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago. He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, that man was working as a security guard at KB Security that night. Oh? The question at hand is this key card.
Yep, that's the key card they used in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You needed to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it reads a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when.
As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data.
Wah!
Ooh.
Well, Mr. Control,
The name of the CEO of the KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here.
so what does it show?
Each keycard has its own serial number, and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Ooh, found Ron's wallet. Used on October 12th, the night of the crime at 1 a.m.
But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Master Bass in this photo.
Huh. Looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security's CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be mask to mask.
Good job! You did it, Nick!
That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of thief.
What's wrong, Your Honor?
I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, not guilty.
Let's go.
Court is now adjourned.
October 13th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4.
Nick, you did it! You were right after all! Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself.
Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. I know you could do it. I believed in you all along, Nicky boy. I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing.
Congratulations, Mr. Nick!
Oh, pearls! Got a bad feeling about this.
Who is this woman?
Oh, she's nobody. She's just,
You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Miss Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself!
Ouch, she slapped me. Pearly? This woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife.
Mr. Nick!
Yes?
You're even worse than I thought! Going behind the back of your own client!
No, you got it all wrong.
I'll never forgive you!
Ow, double slap. Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught. You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky boy here. But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If he won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum? But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now? What is it, honey?
I did my best for you, Ronnie. I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is, come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about the feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of King Bullard was discovered. Oh, shit! King Bullard? Where have I heard that name before? Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security? Wait, body? The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. 1 a.m. on October 12th? You mean... That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. Ooh, shit! So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on. You figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Helped me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron DeLight was in the CEO's office seeing the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with other rage. What are you saying? Imbrued with rage? Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron DeLight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi. No way! He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred. No, that's a lie. It can't be true. Oh, but I am a thief, I tell you. Ron DeLight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder. What? This is impossible. I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Wright. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward.
Mr. Nick, is there something personal between you two?
I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here. This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced. Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. DeLight.
Nick, how could this be happening?
Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me.
Yeah, Ronnie!
Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next? To be continued. Alrighty, this is the end of the trial part. So, next time we're going to go to investigate. Excuse me. We're gonna do an investigation for the murder of King Bullard. So, this has been Agent Fluffy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.